Welcome back, students. So let's start with the notice writing. First of all, you need to understand what are the things which you need to know about notice writing. First of all, that is the word limit. Word limit for 4 markers. Whether you are attempting, whether you are going for notice, you are going for poster, invitation and replies or advertisement, your word limit is 50 words. Do not violate the word limits. Do not go beyond the word limits. Mark my words. In any of the component, in any of the section, do not violate the word limit. The word limit for 4 marker question is 50 words. Next is time limit. You must understand the time limit. You must manage your time before attempting any component of your writing section, because time is a very crucial component. Time is a very crucial component to attempt writing section in an effective way and to complete your English question paper in time, in proper time. So the time limit is 3 to 4 minutes only. So 3 to 4 minute time is allotted for completing notice or any 4 mark question. Next is marking scheme. Marking scheme, what are the marks which are allotted or marks which are bifurcated in this 4 mark question. So 1 mark is for format. Format is written over here. So 1 mark is for format, 2 mark is for the content. The content which you are including in your notice. And 1 mark is for grammar and expression. The most important or the key aspect of writing section, that is grammar and expression. And it is advisable that you must not lose a single mark in 4 marker or 6 marker. Once again, if you want to score beyond 90%, 90 plus, then you must make sure that you must not give away any mark in 4 marker or 6 marker. So the marking scheme, 1 mark for format, 2 mark for content and 1 mark for grammar and expression. Grammar and expression includes your grammatical mistakes, your grammatical composition, and expression includes your spellings. So you must make sure that spellings which you are using is correct and spellings which you are using are correct, and as well as the grammatical errors shouldn't be there. So make sure before attempting these components of writing section. So first of all, you must understand the format of a notice. First thing is issuing authority. Issuing authority. Now what is this issuing authority? Authority that is issuing a particular notice. An authority that is issuing a particular notice, first thing. Second thing is the place where that notice is to be displayed. Issuing authority, the name of the issuing authority, you have to write what you have to write in the name of issuing authority. First thing is that the authority that is issuing that notice, and the second thing is that where that notice should be displayed. Next is place where that notice should be displayed. Now to understand this issuing authority, on those 2 aspects. The first aspect is authority who is issuing that particular notice. For example, Municipal Corporation of Hathras. So if you are drafting a notice on behalf of Municipal Authority of Hathras, then what is going to be the issuing authority? Municipal Corporation. Municipal Corporation and place Hathras. Now in second concept, we see that issuing authority, the name of the issuing authority should be the place where that notice should be displayed. For example, if you are going to display a notice for your school, then the issuing authority shall be the name of your school and then the place. Next is date. Date should be written in expanded form. Now what is this expanded form? You have to write, for instance, you have to write 10 March 2020. And what should be the expanded form of 10 March 2020? Like this, in this manner. 10 March in words. March, the name of the month should be written in words. March 2020. Next, notice and then heading. Heading shouldn't be too long. Maximum 3 to 4 words. Heading should comprise of 3 to 4 words. Next is the content portion or the 2-mark portion. The content you may start with it is hereby to inform or this is to inform. In various questions on notice, you have to start with different sort of phrases and words. But for an example, I am starting with it is hereby to inform or this is to inform. Then date, time and venue. If your question demands for date, time and venue, then you have to write that date, time and venue at the center of your notice, at the center of your content portion. It should be written at the center of your content portion, and the remaining portion of your content should be written afterwards. So there must be a space. There must be a space left here. There must be a space left here, and then you must write the remaining portion of your content. Then after, name and designation. Designation means the post of a person who is drafting this particular notice. The name of the person who is drafting this particular notice. For example, if you are drafting a notice for a school notice board and you are the head boy or a head girl of your school, then the designation should be head boy. Name of the head boy and then designation head boy. Now what you need to understand and what you need to make sure is the alignment of each and every component of the format of this notice. Each and every component should be written in correct alignment. In whatever alignment I am writing this, you have to write the alignment, the components in that same alignment. For example, issuing authority and place should be written at the center. Should be written at the center of your answer script. Answer script you have to write at the center of your answer script, and then at the left corner of your page you have to write date and then 10 March 2020 or whatever be the date that is given in the question. Do not write in expanded form. It is just for your help. Do not write in expanded form. You just have to write date and then 10 March 2020 or the date that is given in the question. Once again, come to the center of the page. You have to write notice and then heading. Just below notice you have to write heading, and then once again at the left corner of the page from where you have started writing date, from there itself you have to start writing the content. Alignment should be proper. Once again I am telling you, your mark shall be deducted if you write improper alignment in your answer script. Make sure that you are following the same alignment which I am telling you. Then the content, just below the date you have to write the content, and then after, if your question demands for date, time or venue. For example, there is an exhibition in your school, and for that exhibition you are drafting a notice. So in that question you have to write date, time and venue at the center. Leave this space vacant. So you have to write this content in two parts. First part should be above date, time and venue. That is, it is hereby to inform or this is to inform. And the next portion, the second portion of your content shall be below date, time and venue. Now what is the importance or what is the requirement of dividing your content into two parts? It gives you a proper presentation, because in writing section presentation is of utmost importance. Presentation is everything in your writing section. So make sure if your question demands for date, time and venue, you must divide your content in two parts. First part should be written above date, time and venue, and the other part, second part should be written below date, time and venue. That is the remaining portion of your content. And then name of the person who is drafting that particular notice, and then the designation. One more thing I would like to add in this is 16 lines concept. If you follow this 16 lines concept, then it is good for you. But if you are unable to follow, then there is no harm in it. No mark shall be deducted in writing your notice in 16 line concept. It is advisable it is advisable, or it is a format of a notice that it should be written in 16 lines. It's starting from the issuing authority. Issuing authority is going to be the second line. Issuing authority, you must occupy this space of issuing authority in the second line. And how we have to measure that are we writing this format in 16 lines or not? This first line I am writing, I have drawn over here is first line. The second line is going to be the issuing authority. Issuing authority is going to be the second line. Third line is going to be the place. Third line should occupy the place. Okay, and then fourth or fifth line should be written date. Sixth line should be written this date 10 March 2020. Seventh or eighth line should be written notice. Ninth or 10th line should be written heading. And then 10th or 11th line should be occupied with content. And then date, time and venue. And then rest of the content in remaining 4 or 5 lines. If you follow this 16 lines concept, then it is good for you. But if you are unable to follow the 16 line concept, then there is no harm. It is advisable, it is actually mandatory as per the format of a notice. But if you don't follow the 16 line concept, then there is no harm in it. No marks shall be deducted because of this 16 line concept. Because there is a concept that is called the 16 line concept, and I have to tell you that what is this 16 lines concept. Because you shouldn't be a novice while knowing all these things related to notice. You shouldn't be unaware of anything that is related to notice. So this is going to be the format and the methodology which you need to implement during your notice, while attempting your notice. If there is any query on this session, then you may ask any query on that topic to me on WhatsApp or on YouTube, because all the resources are available to you. But make sure that you must practice this notice. You must need to understand how you have to follow the alignment and what is going to be the format, what is going to be the content of your notice. So with this, I have completed this session for this day. Till then, goodbye, be safe, thank you.